Black Live History has a few shows coming up, and we want to give you all the details. Joining us right now, we say hello to the owner and an actor as well with Live History. Jasmine Bowen is here.
Hello.
Nice to have you here, and a character consultant as well, and one of the actors. We have Ian Gillies joining us. Hi, Ian.
Hi, how are you?
Good to have you here. Now, you guys aren't in character right now.
No.
But you're dressed as characters.
We are.
Okay. Jasmine, tell me about Live History. 5 years now you've been doing this?
5 years on the road. So Live History was born out of this idea that museum attendance is falling. And back when I was a little wee one, I'd go to the museum every weekend with my grandparents. And as I stood in museums getting older, I noticed there's no one else standing here with me. So I wanted a new interactive, immersive way to bring my generation into museums, and it grew from there, from one museum to 10 countries around the world.
10 countries around the world. Well, let's deal with this country right now, because you've got a show coming up Saturday at Penny's Point Historic Site called The Last Stand. You've got one coming up on Sunday as well. Circa at Billings Estate National Historic Site. Can I ask how you keep them straight in your mind, which show you're doing where?
Lots of looking at the script and looking around. I mean, this is the advantage of site-specific, is that we draw our characters, our history, our stories from where we're standing, and this is where Ian's work comes in too, with character consistency.
Okay, yeah, and Ian, can you tell me actually, so who are you dressed as right now?
Right now I am dressed as Henry Monk, who will be one of the characters at the Penny's Point show, The Last Stand. And my job as character consultant is basically making sure that all our actors keep character consistency. So it's very difficult sometimes when we have so many shows going on to make sure that everybody kind of stays in character and makes them as real as possible.
Okay, so can I ask about that character that you just mentioned? Is it a real person?
It is, yes. This is one of the historical characters that we bring into the shows. So each show we customize depending on where we are, and we bring in as many historical characters as possible, and those that aren't historical are kind of combinations of different history.
Okay. All right, Jasmine, now let the tour. Over 5 years now, 150 plus venues, 10 countries. Wow. So tell me about some of the places that you have been. We
have been to some of the most beautiful places. Bermuda stands out as one of them. Beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful island. We've also gone all across the United Kingdom and Ireland. One of them that stands out in my mind is Conway Castle in Wales, which was built in the 1200s, and it's a royal Welsh castle.
Okay. I mean, what are the audience reactions like when you're in these different countries?
They have never seen anything like what we do. It is more than just theater. It is more than just escape room. They are really not watching a show. They're having an experience. They are stepping into our world, and we're best friends for an hour.
Really? So is it interactive?
It is 100% interactive all the time.
Okay. So touring life, let's talk about some fun stories from the road, perhaps, Ian. Because it must be difficult to just be bouncing back and forth, different countries. Stuff must happen.
It definitely does. I mean, anywhere from making sandwiches on the back of the trunk of the car to making coffee in the cup holder there with a French press. One of the big things we experience when we travel is we try to carry as little as possible. Even if we're doing 10 different shows in 10 different cities, we'll make sure that we pack accordingly. And so recently, just in British Columbia a few weeks ago, we had an experience where we all wanted to wear the same pair of pants. Obviously not a possible thing when you're doing a show, so the three of us had to kind of argue who was going to look the best in the pants. So.
Okay, and who won that argument?
It was me. I don't know if for that reason, but...
it was a Canadian standoff.
Oh, it was? So it was like a real big issue is what you're saying, and everybody was polite about it.
That's right.
That's pretty much what it was.
Okay. Hey, Jasmine, so tell me then about one of the shows. Let's start with the one that's happening at Penny's Point Historic Site. It's called The Last Stand, and it's happening Saturday. Are you dressed as one of the characters from that show?
I'm dressed from Ruckus in the Garden at Billings.
That's coming up August 25th. Yes. So what's happening then this Saturday?
This Saturday is The Last Stand. So the family of Penny's Point is in trouble. They need some money, and there's rumors that there's been a treasure hidden somewhere around the house. Lots of people have come in, audience members and various characters, to try and help find the treasure or help find the treasure and take it for themselves. So you're here to make a decision. Are you going to help save the house, or are you going to take your share of the treasure, run off and possibly buy the house?
Ooh, okay. I think a lot of people would probably run off in the world we're in.
Well, that's where Ian's character comes in. Henry Monk may also do that.
Well, can we talk about Circa then, Ian, quickly? Because Sunday there's also another show happening. If people can't make it to the one on Saturday, what's happening in Circa? Yeah,
Circa is a much different show than what we usually do. It's really tied around one specific character who doesn't remember who they are. So the audience's job is to follow this character around the venue, listen to a few stories, and then solve some clues. crimes. And then by the end, they should have enough evidence to piece together who this person is.
Okay. With about 45 seconds left here, Jasmine, I'm just fascinated because you take this show on the road and you take it to places that are far. How do you even know what the venues are going to be like when you get set up?
We work with the clients to find the stories that they want to tell, and we make sure to ask them to tell stories that are just off center. For example, at Laurier House in Ottawa, one of our main venues, we don't tell the stories of the Prime Minister so much as the people who are just to the left of them, the stories of the servants, the people whose stories are in danger of being forgotten.
Yeah.
Those are the stories we ask the clients for, and then we build our shows from there.
It's got to be a challenge, though. Different countries and different venues. And Jasmine and Ian, thank you very much. LiveHistoryShows.com for all the details. 2 shows coming up this weekend. We appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Good work. Impressive stuff. And more daytime coming up on Rogers TV.